Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing the Python most asked interview questions with answers. These are the most frequently asked questions, um, and also these questions will help you to crack any questions in interview. And also, I'll be sharing a small little trick that will help you to 100% crack all the interview questions. So let's start with the first question. That is, what is Python? This Python is interpreted, which means it executes line by line, case sensitive, object oriented, and a high programming language with dynamic semantic developed by Guido von Resson. This itself consists of another question, that is, who developed Python, that is Guido von Resson. Okay, so Python is simple and easy to learn syntax, emphasizes readability, and therefore reduces the cost of program efficiency and maintenance. So this Python supports modules and packages which can encourage program modularity as well as code reuse. So next, what are the benefits of Python? Extensive libraries. Python offers a wide range of libraries that can be used across various applications and large developer community, and is most popular. And due to its ease of learning and usage, Python codes can be easily written and executed much faster than other programming languages. Also, Python is general purpose, used in almost all fields like data science, web development, security, penetration, mapping, game development, testing, etc. Okay, so next is, what type of language is Python? Is it a programming or a scripting language? So Python is suitable for scripting, but in general is considered general purpose programming language. Now, what do you mean by general purpose programming language? It means the program that can create all types of programs. Example, C is a good example of general purpose programming language. Next is, if we consider domain specific language, then CSS SQL is a domain specific language, because the CSS is only used to design the web page, in SQL for storage, and it's only specified for that as it solves problems in a particular domain and is not intended to be able to solve problem outside it. So general purpose are created to solve problems in many domains. Next, what is the difference between a list, tuple, and a dictionary in Python? This is the table. Here you can see the difference, or also there's a syntax of each. And the list is mutable, tuple is immutable, dictionary is mutable. Slower, this list is slower, tuple is faster. And these tuples are faster than list because tuples are allocated large blocks of memory. What are the global and local variables in Python? Global variables that are declared outside the function are called global variables, and local variables are declared inside the function are called local variables. Here is an sample example of global and local variables. So this is an example of a local variable. As you see that x is defined inside the function, so it is accessible to the whole function, and this x is not available outside the function, but it is available for any function inside the function. So this makes that variable a local variable. So this is an example of a global variable. As you can see that x is defined outside the function. Here, create a variable outside a function, and that is used inside the function. To create a global variable inside the function, you can use a global keyword also. What do you understand by the term PEP8? This PEP8, sometimes spelled as PEP8, it stands for Python Enhancement Proposal. Basically, it's a document that provides the guidelines and the best practices on how to write a Python code. Define modules in Python is the next question. The module is defined as a file that includes a set of various functions and Python statements that you want to include in a function or application. And they may also ask you how to create a module. First and foremost, the first thing is you have to save the file with .py extension and save the module. And this is an format on how to create a module. This module can also include runnable code. Example, reload, import, math.ai. These are um, examples of modules. Next is define iteratives in Python. These are the most commonly asked question. An iterator is an object that contains a countable number of values. An iterator is an object can iterate upon. It can traverse means travel through all the values. Technically in Python, iterator is an object which implements the iterator protocol and which consists of the methods iter to iterate and the next to transfer to the next variable. This is how iterators works in Python. How is memory managed in Python? Memory in Python is managed by private heap space. This private heap space is a pile of memory space available to programmers to allocate and deallocate. So this private heap space is taken care by the Python interpreter itself, and the programmer doesn't have access to this private heap. Let's move to the next question, that is what are Python modules. I discussed in the previous question. These are Python codes that with .py extension, and these are the commonly used built-in module functions that are random, data time, uh, OS, etc. So, what is dictionary in Python? It is an unordered collection of elements. The elements in dictionaries are stored in the form of key and value pairs. These dictionaries are indexed by keys, and these dictionary items are ordered and changeable, meaning it can change. We can change, add, or remove items after the dictionary is created. And dictionaries are ordered. It means items have defined order. Next question is what is type conversion in Python? Converting one form of data type into the required data type, which is known as type conversion, is mainly consists of two types, that is implicit type conversion, explicit type conversion. In implicit, the interpreter automatically converts into the desired data type, whereas explicit, a user converts it into the desired data type. This is the difference between implicit type conversion and the explicit type conversion, and the examples are int, float, and disk, etc. These are the examples of the type conversions in Python. So the next question is what are generators in Python? These generators usually refers to the function that returns an iterable set of items, and generators are useful when we want to produce a large sequence of values but we don't want to store them in the memory at once. Generators are highly used to provide ease to the programmers for in order to create and make an iterator in a fast, easy, and a clean way. Next, what are common built-in data types in Python? They may also ask you, what do you mean by built-in data types? So, built-in data types are those data types that can be directly used by the programmer to declare and store different variables in program. Also, they are also called as primitive data types or primary data types. And these data types are believed to be the fastest modes to execute and operations on data. And here are some basic examples mentioned that are two types, immutable data types and mutable data types. So in immutable there are number, string, and tuple, and in mutable data type there are list, dictionary, and set. So next is what are global, protected, and private attributes in Python. So these global variables are public variables that are defined in the global scope, which is available to the whole program. To use the variable in a global scope inside a function, we use the global keyword. So when coming for protected attributes, these are the attributes defined with the underscore prefix to their identifier. They can still be accessed and modified from the outside the class. They are defined in, but a responsible developer should refrain from doing so. Next is private attribute. These private attributes are attributes with a double underscore prefix to their identifier. They cannot be accessed or modified from the outside directly. So next is what is slicing in Python. As the name suggests, slicing is taking parts off, and the syntax is start, stop, and step. The start is the starting index from where the slice or a list or a tuple, and the stop is where to stop, and the step is the number of steps to jump. The default value for start is 0 and stop is where you have to stop, and step is 1. The slicing can be done on strings, arrays, lists, as well as tuples. So the next question is What is type checking and its types? So type checking is the activity of providing that the operands of an operator have compatible types. Now if you consider there are two types of strongly typed variables such as Python. If you use 1 plus 2, that will result in an error since that does not support in Python. That is, implicit conversions are not supported in Python. On the other hand, if you consider weakly typed language, that is a JavaScript, it will result in output as 12 as a result. And when it comes to type checking, can be done at two stages, that is static and dynamic. And static type checking, the data types are checked before execution, that is static. And when it comes to dynamic, the data types are checked during the execution. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching this video till the end.